Hey, Oveck.
Oh, hey, Maria.
I see you're painting here, so I wanted to ask you 21 questions.
Yeah,
You have some time?
sure. I mean, I was just retouching something that I started the other day, but yeah, here I am. But yeah, I have definitely some time to answer some questions.
Cool. But you're not primarily a painter, though, right?
No, I'm actually a visual artist in general, but primarily I'm a photographer.
And what got you started in photography?
Photography started for me about 13 years ago when I started working at a photography studio. They do mostly weddings, and they've been around for 50 years. And so I started in the office, picking negatives, sending negatives to the lab, and putting together albums and stuff like that. And then my interest started to grow, like, the interest in the art and the business, like it just made me like drawn to it.
Okay, but now I need to know more about your painting. What got you started in this?
Painting this is an interesting question because painting only came to me about a few months ago. Exactly, to be exact, it was during 2020, in the beginning of 2020. I went through an eye infection that almost left me blind on one side. And between that, the police brutality and COVID and the Black Lives Movement and everything that was going on, like, gave me way too much anxiety. So I had too much anxiety and too much extra time due to the lockdown and stuff. So I went and got some paints, some oils and some canvases, and I started experimenting. Even though this was something good that was going to be a pastime more than anything, it still is. I fell in love with it, and that's all I can say to you. Like, that's how everything, like, that's what my painting thing is. I'm still trying to figure out, just FYI.
That's amazing. And so can you tell us, what was your first camera?
My first camera must have been a disposable camera when I was a kid. I can't really remember exactly, but it must have been a disposable film camera. But if I was to say what the first camera that I bought, like, with my own money and started working, I think I would have to say it was a Canon 5D somewhere along the years. I can't remember.
And so you've upgraded from that disposable camera, though, right? What's your go-to camera and lens now?
Yes, I did. A couple of years ago, I've got my interest in the Sony Alpha lineup, and I started with the A7 back when it started, back when it came out. And one of the reasons that caught my attention is because they were very innovating in the camera systems, and I was very interested. So I went on and bought myself a A7 back then, but now I'm on the A7 III, which is like my go-to camera. And the lens is actually the first lens I bought from Sony. It was the 85 1.4. It's just my baby. Like, I love that lens. I love that focal length.
Your images remind me of a colorful dream. How did you come to own your own style of portraiture and fine art?
Love that description, actually. I've always been interested in surrealism, and for me, people like artists like Dali and Goya and, like, all these painters from that era, like, for me, inspired me a lot into choosing what I wanted to photograph. Like, somehow I'm very influenced by them, and so I just like to play around with the harmony of the colors, and I think it's just a beautiful thing. Like, I think that's what it's based on, mainly.
And your editing style is really cool and unique as well. How do you edit your photos?
I mostly edit my photos between Photoshop and Lightroom and now these days Procreate. Procreate on my iPad. It's been that's in you know, the order is usually Lightroom, either Photoshop or Procreate, but that's mainly where it goes to.
And you shoot film too, right?
Yes, I do.
What are your go-to cameras?
Well, I have 3 of my favorite cameras. I collect film cameras just because they're just so beautiful, and like, you know, it's just a work of art. But 3 of my best cameras that I have that I love is the Nikon 35 Ti, and this is a point and shoot. I love this camera for the how versatile it is, and I just put it in my pocket and just go out and shoot. And the images on this is like phenomenal. The second camera I can show you will be my Leica M7. It's just a piece of art. Like, this camera is such a, it's like, it's the right weight, it's the right ergonomics. It's just, it's a joy to have. And for portraits mainly, I use my Hasselblad 503 CX, and I love this camera because of, I mean, what's not to like? This camera went to the moon. So that's all I have to say about that, you know?
That's great. And where do you get your inspiration from?
I would say my inspiration comes from music, people, art in general, but nature, but it's just a life in general, you know? Like, it's not something specific.
You're a Sony Alpha Collective member, right? What does that mean to you?
Yes, I am an Alpha Collective member, and it all started about 5 or 6 years ago, and when I was invited to join the group, and when I noticed all the people that were there, and I had already liked the cameras that they were producing, the Sony was producing, so I was like, there's no way I'm gonna say no to that. To me, it means community. It means a bridge to knowledge, and a bridge to learn about new things, and to learn in photography in general, and about cameras and all these things. So, like, that's pretty much what it means to me.
And you shoot other styles of photography, right? What else do you shoot?
Yes, I do shoot other styles of photography. I do weddings, I do street photography, and I do landscape. It really depends on how it goes, because when I'm traveling, I love to showcase like culture and people, and do a photojournalistic style of photography. That becomes you know, that could be portraits of people, that could be street photography, you know, and stuff like that. So it's a variety of things. I like to keep it that way so I don't get bored.
Yeah. And do you have any other projects you're coming up or you're working on right now?
I have a few. I'll keep you updated on that, because these are things that I'm ongoing, and I don't, you know, I'd rather just keep it to myself right this moment, since this whole year has been very, very on standby. So yeah, I mean, but you know, I'm gonna say that lately the music bug has been bugging me. So I don't know, maybe this is something that I need to look at.
Yeah,
like, pay attention
awesome.
to. Yeah.
And so switching it up a little bit, what
Yeah.
are some tips for somebody looking to achieve a creative style of portraiture like you?
Oh, interesting. Look, for me, the main thing is to shoot, constantly shoot. Go out and shoot, experiment without any compromise. I feel like it's important to just practice and shoot and get there, like get to the point that you want to get, like, and that point may go further and further and further, but I think it's important to just keep working on it.
Sure. Okay, hardest question ever. Favorite color?
Green.
So you've done a ton of traveling. Where has been your favorite place to shoot?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I have to say, I've been very lucky to have traveled plenty. But I have to say, I mean, it all comes down to three of my favorite places to shoot. And I'm gonna say it in like a sequence, like Cuba, Morocco, and Egypt.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Most creative shoot you've done?
That would be, and here's something, I was thinking about that. Like here, the other day, I thought about what would be something that I am very extremely proud of. I always go back to my friends from the Jacob Jonas company. I don't know if you know, it's a dance company, and they go around the world and they shoot this theme that is called Cameras and Dancers. And so I shot in Massachusetts. I shot this dance company. It's called Pilabolus, and they are amazing in every way. Like they can create shapes with their bodies in combination with their bodies, and it's so surreal, it's so beautiful, it gives me chills. So like I would have to see that for sure.
That's cool. And most challenging shoot you've ever had?
Interesting, because honestly, shooting my girlfriend, like it's so challenging. Like she never wants to like really wants me to photograph her, so it's like that's challenging. But I don't know. I mean, I would, should I say it's yet to I could say that it's maybe, I don't know yet.
Sure.
It's something that it's coming eventually.
And if you weren't a photographer, what would you be?
I would be a musician, and a musician because that's something that I've done in the past. I did it for 16 years. Yeah, I'm old. I did it for 16 years, and it was so much fun, and I still have it in my heart.
That's great. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Again, this goes back to if we're talking about photography. This goes back a few years ago when the late Jerry Meyer, then this is the from the Jerry Meyer studio, the studio that I started everything. He told me, don't ever hide behind a camera. Connect with your subject, and even when you're shooting, try to like look at them. If you focus, if you already composed your image and you have it, just get around the camera and look at them and connect with them.
And aside from your camera, what's your favorite piece of gear?
That would be my guitar and my hats.
And if there were to be a movie about your life, who would play you?
Oh man, that's so weird because of like my features I don't it's like my I think I would have to say Daniel Day-Lewis.
Sure.
He's one of the best actors I've ever seen in my entire life, and he's done such great movies.
He can make himself look like you.
Oh my God, like he literally can. Like he's like the best. And yes, I mean, I don't know if that's gonna happen because he already retired, and so I don't know. So maybe there is not gonna be anything about me, but that's fine. Like it's totally fine.
And last question, who should we interview next?
Oh, nobody else comes to mind but my friend Paula Franchi, Monaris, at Monaris. She is, we've been together, we've been friends for many years now, and I've seen her evolved from like this cocoon to like this amazing, street photographer that, well, artist in general. Like, I would love to see her on this.
Sure. All right, we'll call her right up, and I'll let you get back to painting. And thank you so much for answering all of my questions.
Thank you, Maria. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Bye.
See ya.